Oh my Lord, Lord, Lord. Look who's here, honey. We're hot and fresh, coming in hot off of Waz channel where we did a live.
Hold on, I'm taking it off.
Oh,
Taking it off.
no, it's okay. No, I liked it. It's like a little like, oh, that is what's happening. I feel powerful. Hi, Lynn. Yeah, hi, Sabrina. I know. It's like, what just happened? Karen, hey, Lynn. I know. Oh my God. Hello again. We did have a lot of fun on Watch Channel where we just like did a live where we like went through the whole episode of the brand new season of 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. Because, you know, who am I here with?
Me.
Who are you?
I'm Wah Himalino, and just call me Wah is my moniker.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us. We have some snacks here. You guys should get some snacks too. There's 11 people in this room. If we can get 10 people to give this video a thumbs up, that would be awesome. You guys are amazing.
Who are you? Where are you from? I don't know. I might find you on the Facebook and see if I can like get a new lover from across the seas.
That's exactly what we need. I was just telling her we need to create another Facebook with great pictures of ourselves, no other information, and just start adding people.
Yeah.
And one of those people will probably be a like Middle Eastern man who wants to like marry us and possibly come to the US, but my stipulation is that they need to be a rich Middle Eastern man.
Of course.
If they're not rich, and I have to tell them, no, you can't come here.
We're busy.
Yeah.
We're busy. Yeah, completely. So
that's the problem with these people. They only go for poor people. Not poor people, but they only go for men who don't make as much money as them.
Right. That is a problem. So, yeah. So we went and did the whole episode there. So, and also know this. I am going to review with edited, old style Chris Farrah, edited recaps of the season. I'm super into this. Like, I love the new cast. And we said this on Watch Channel. We honestly didn't even know that, like, the whole episode had gone by. We didn't get Angela and Michael because we were, like, so into this cast and all the stories. So I'll be back with edited recaps. It's not going to be like a full recap or just like, you guys, we want to talk to you, hear your thoughts, and also eat this food. We're eating random food. Just so you know, if you were eating here with us, you'd be having like carrots, jicama, tabbouleh, hummus, and then just like taco meat.
Ground beef.
Yeah. Thumbs it up. 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 I know, round 2. Thumbs it up. Thumbs, take it.
Thumbs it up. I hate doing runs.
Okay. Yeah, I love you so much.
Let me try it. Let me again. Thumbs it up.
No, let's do the whole thing.
Okay.
Like the last. Okay, it's one of the last verse.
Okay,
thumbs it up.
Thumbs it up.
Thumbs it up.
I said thumbs it up. Oh, it was my turn again? Oh.
Thumbs it up. Okay. We just keep
thumbs it up.
Thumbs it up. Okay. I said thumbs. Thumbs it up. Oh.
I'm really bad at runs.
No,
I'm really bad at them. They have to already be made for me to repeat.
No, you did great. You did great. Okay, just so you know, it was great.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
Yay! Thank you all for being a good sport. Yeah, obviously. Thank you for being a good sport and like this whole relationship. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think? Were you guys super into it? I love Arabic men. Nothing. What's for dinner? We told you it's disgusting.
No,
I live in the
delicious.
South. I know. And it's actually very tasty, but I think it's weird. I went into a gas station and heard someone say, McCool, and thought of you.
Michael!
Oh, Michael. Sorry. Yeah. Good. I'm glad. Think of me all the time, When you eat taco beef and hummus together.
Why isn't that good? It's just like kebab, or not kebab.
It is.
Yeah, it's kebab, just in a different form with slightly different spices. Still ground beef.
It's hashwi kind of. It's like ground beef. It's like hashwi, I guess, or whatever you call it. Any Arabs can tell me, it's like if there was pine nuts in here, it would really make a difference. I miss David and Annie. Okay, are you watching?
Talk.
Yeah, are you watching Pillow Talk all the time?
Mm-mm.
Oh, do you watch it at how often do you watch it?
I only watch it but one time. I just have too much TV to watch. I'd rather watch reruns of RuPaul's Drag Race. That's what I've been watching. I'm on season 4.
Oh yeah. Is Pillow Talk a whole episode and just their commentary, or is it mostly?
It's a whole hour of them watching this week's episode and their commentary of it. and Annie being a G and cooking in bed with a hot plate.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. She full on makes like pad Thai soups.
Because they don't have a kitchen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it became a thing. Like, so that even when they were at her sister's house doing it, at his sister's house doing it, like they were sitting on a bed and the sister, like she brought in a hot plate and like had ingredients in a bowl and was making soup and then called his sister and it was like, I don't know her name. Let's say her name is Joe. Joe, come get food. And like made the food and the sister came in and then like watched a little bit of Sister Talk. Like they're the highlight of Pillow Talk. I believe it's them and then it's Tariq and his brother.
I was like, yeah, I have a question. Where's Hazel again?
Philippines.
Oh, she is still?
Mm-hmm.
Why? What happened?
I don't think anything happened. I think that she just needs to get like her visa and then he's been there a couple times. I think he's been there 2 more times.
How long does it take? Can you imagine just like all 3 of them in the bed?
I think they're just not rushing it. And I think I like that about it.
Oh, there's something kind of crazy about it.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, he goes there and visits her, gives her things, sends her money probably. He would have to marry her. Did he propose?
I thought he did. Am I dumb?
I don't remember. I'm asking.
Yeah, no, I don't know. There's how many couples keep track of 1 billion? 1 billion, like the stars in the sky. I can't do it. I couldn't even keep up doing recaps of the last like 2 seasons of the show and Love It After Lockup.
Lynn J says, watch All Stars while Drag Race asks stars. Oh, is it back on?
Yes.
I didn't know it was back on. It should be recording. His awkward rap. Oh yeah, his awkward rap. That is what he called her? Something girl.
Down the way. No, it wasn't like around the way, girl. It was like
my.
Oh, not around the way. It's like, is it around the way?
I think it was, but it was so weird. Like Island or Filipino. I don't know, girl. Whenever he wears that hat like Filipinas 82 or some shit. He wears a hat that like represents her.
Oh no! I mean, no.
Yeah, it says Filipino.
Far Away Girl.
Oh yeah, Far Away Girl. Yeah. Thank you.
Dibla lady. No.
Dibbly
lady.
Dibbly lady.
Yeah. We love you. We love you guys. And
Thanks.
we're sorry. We're just like, we're enjoying ourselves on a Monday, honey.
Is it Monday? Oh, this week is starting all over again. No.
Mrs. Was Sunday.
Yeah. I have to start work tomorrow. Tomorrow is my Monday.
Mm-hmm. It's our Tuesday.
Yeah. So what else? This is your channel. You take over.
Oh yeah. What have you guys been doing? Are you excited that I'm gonna do recaps of this show? Did you love this show? Did you watch us on Wa's channel? Would you have said yes to that proposal?
Yeah.
If you were Hazel to Tariq?
Yeah, I would say yes.
Oh yeah, she has.
There's no other options.
Mm-hmm.
No other viable, great, options to get to the U.S.
Well, her sister doesn't know some Japanese man with a lot of money, right?
Oh, that is true. Then she had to go live in Japan.
Well, I mean, I think that's Japan's great. I think.
I mean, yeah, but then like.
I don't know. I've never been to Japan. I wish I could.
I feel like she would have more of an opportunity to make money here in the U.S. Like the U.S. is the place for immigrants to come and make money.
Okay.
Or I don't know that Japan is. I feel like Japan is very like.
Isn't China though? I feel like a lot of people make money a lot.
Oh yeah, China too. Like if she went to China, I'd be like, okay, yeah, you go to China. I don't know, but I don't know about Japan. I don't know about their. What I do know.
What do you know?
My cousin is a black man in Japan. And he says that he experiences like subtle racism and like, and most of the foreigners that he knows that are thriving in Japan are like well-to-do. So like the Indians that are there, they're like doctors. Well, maybe not doctors, but they're like lawyers and like businessmen and stuff like that.
Okay. And
the other groups that are like in service. So like if she were to go to Japan, she might have to be like a nanny.
Oh,
it's kind of like,
Yeah, like, or high end or whatever.
Yeah, and that, not to say that doesn't happen here too, but I just think if she were to come here with Tariq, she wouldn't have to be a nanny.
What does Tariq do again? That's, like
He's like a real estate agent or something. He does a real estate.
Okay.
He makes, I mean, the fact is that he's able to fly back and forth to the Philippines.
Yeah.
He's been, I think, 4 times since they met. That's a lot. So he makes enough money to be able to do that. And he has a daughter and he has a house. So like,
yeah,
financially, Tariq is fine.
He's fine.
So she's doing, it's not like she's poor, like poor Annie, or poor Annie married a poor man. And like, he would take care of her. He wouldn't be like Colty, have her in the house with like nothing.
Like, did Annie know at all what was a mistake for her?
No, she didn't know at all. I think she just thought he was being kind of stingy and just thought it would come through for him because he talked a big game. And I'm sure in Thailand, he was like spending money on her left and right, because he could, because that's where he worked and he didn't have any other responsibilities.
Oh, God.
I think she had an unrealistic idea of what it was going to be. And then she ended up sticking with him through it. So I think kudos to her. Because she was like, I do like him, or at least at the very least, she's like, I'm on this path and I'm not getting off this path. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to make this work.
She has a loyalty about her. She has a steward, like a, let's say, endurance about her.
Yeah. So I like Annie, and I think they're gonna get along as soon as she can get. I think she has a green card now, so she can like work and shit. So she's getting more freedom, and he was teaching her how to drive. So I think it's getting a little bit better.
Sabrina said, I heard some Asian people go up to Black people and rub their skin to see if it's actually skin, not makeup.
They stare really hard. When I went to Japan, I was being stared at openly without like any kind of like, it was just like, and then one person asked to take a picture with me.
And
in Japan.
Were you like, what? Why?
I mean, I was just like, okay. And then it's happened to me. It's happened to me in New York City too. People like Asian people wanting to take pictures with me
in New York City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I worked in like on Fifth Avenue, so I ran into a lot of tourists. I've had people in Kohan want to take pictures with me by myself.
So I have a question: were you the only Black person at Kohan? No.
Right? No, but I mean, I guess it was the friendliest, the one they felt the most comfortable to ask to take a picture. It's not like they walked in off the street and did it. I was helping them.
They were just like at the
end of the transaction, they were like, picture, and I was like, okay. And I knew it was because I was Black, and they just like, I'm taking a picture with this Black person in America.
And I got a
She was really nice. Yeah, she was really nice.
Or new shoes, Mm-hmm. Well, that's very interesting. I mean, I
just think it's ignorance. Like, I don't think it's like, Yeah. I feel like it's a difference when you're from a place where there is plenty of people like that, and then you act that way.
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm saying? Like if someone did that to me in America, I'm like, but there are Black people on TV. There are Black people like down your street. Like, you know what I mean? But like in Japan, there's not at all. So I excuse the ignorance a little bit.
It would be funny, I guess, if I started going up to every Asian person I saw in the area and just asked if each one of them would want to take a picture with me. That would take so much time, but like, I was just like, "Would you take a picture with me?" They're like, and I'm like, so many pictures.
Yeah. I mean, but it was like nice, it was like, can I take a picture? And I'm like, okay.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna, I don't know if I'm like gonna ever make it over to Japan. Just because I hope I do, but like, we'll see,
Oh, it's not one of those places. That's like me. I feel like that's like me and like Bali.
Oh, I would
But I just can't like, I always think of the woman who got stuck there because weed was found in her bag and they like.
Oh, I can't go to Bali.
I can't go to places where like, I'm not going to be sent back to the US with a slap on the wrist and like whatever. Like the Japanese aren't going to hold you. Like they have enough of a relationship with the US to not, and they're enough of a like world power to not do that. Like, so I can't like, people want to go to Thailand, people want to go, and I know Thailand's beautiful. I heard it's beautiful and I heard the food is great. It's so foreign to me that I'm like worried. And I don't have anyone there that I could go. Like, I feel like at least in India, there would be people who, I don't know, it's not as foreign to me.
India can be foreign to me. Like are you gonna not? I would say that I'm like most comfortable in European and then South American or Latin situations.
And maybe it's because in Latin Europe situations, I'd be able to speak some kind of Spanish to be able to navigate myself around.
Yeah, exactly.
And there are Black people there, so I wouldn't be that much of an anomaly.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like there are certain countries that I'm just like Vietnam. I'm like, no. And I hear Laos is beautiful, but I'm still like, Laos.
I have a friend who's Laotian. I don't know if it's like Laotian or whatever. And she's absolutely beautiful, so I can see,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Like, I would like Thailand looks great,
Malaysia looks great too. I would make an effort for Singapore. I don't know, something like I'm just
some
like
those people got flogged or flagged.
Yeah, that's the guy who went there and spit his chewing gum on the ground. They flogged him.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you go to another country and act up, you deserve a beating.
Yeah, but here's the thing about it that scares me is because in some of these countries, it's just like if something goes wrong or you're in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong person, it's just like bad things can happen. There's no reason in the sense of like our court and like, if you're used to the way that we do things, they do things differently there. And that's what it is. That is what it is. You're in their land.
Yeah.
So I have like dealt with that before and it's horrifying. So
yeah. You have a bad experience.
I don't even want to go to like Arab countries. I didn't even say Arab countries just then, and it's like,
I do want to go to Jordan and I don't know why. I mean, I wouldn't go now, but I do want to go to like,
Jordan of all what?
I don't know. I feel like Jordan might have like history and like I don't know. I just think Jordan. Yeah.
Egypt. I thought you were gonna say like or like.
Oh yeah, I want to go
Dubai
to Egypt too. Dubai. Yeah, I was gonna name those as well, but
okay.
Jordan was the first one I said. But yeah, I would want to go to Jordan. I want to go to Egypt. I want to go to Dubai.
Would you go to Beirut?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be my first thought, Beirut. Because when I think of Jordan, for some reason I know that there's like spas there. Not spas, but there's like mineral something. I read something where there's like a place. So in my mind,
you're like thinking of hot springs. She wants to go to like Glen Ivy hot springs.
I just want to go, or like I want to like, what is that? Is it the Dead Sea? What is it? The one where you go in and it's like ionized salt or whatever.
I think
and
that is the Dead Sea.
And like you're like I don't know. I want to go to tourist destinations.
Okay.
In the desert.
Okay. I haven't been to Greece.
I haven't been either, but it's not something like top. I don't know. It feels like many people have been to Greece.
Yeah, but I haven't.
Yeah, that's true. I would choose Morocco first or Spain.
Both of those places I want to go to, as well as Monaco, and I've been to the Netherlands. That was so beautiful. Like Croatia, people talk about Vienna, Austria.
Mm-hmm. I heard Croatia's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I also heard was like the second beautiful country in Europe is Budapest.
Yeah. That's
Hungary
too. Yeah.
And I would never think to want to go to Hungary, but I'm like, well, if I can check out Budapest.
Yeah, I absolutely will too.
I heard it's like, to me, I just want to go to someplace that's beautiful and has great hotels and like, American travel friendly.
Yeah. Me travel friendly. Like have an Outlander. People do like Outlander. Like
they do
tours of Scotland.
Oh,
could you imagine?
James Malcolm Alexander Mackenzie Fraser. Yes, I can imagine.
I also want to go to like Ireland and like drink in Dublin, even though I don't drink beer. So I could have to like drink some sort of like Irish
cider. And they make fun of you.
Sabrina
T says, I would make an effort for Spain, Morocco, French, all before the mandatory visa for Europe kicks in. Oh, there's a mandatory visa for Europe? I mean, is it hard to get? Is it cost of money? And I hope it doesn't. And then she also says, yay, from Morocco, I have an apartment in Tangier. Hit me up.
Oh, I just got back from Barcelona. I always want to go to Barcelona. I went to Madrid and I wish I'd go to Barcelona.
Jasmine says, do you all have 90-day fatigue? I know you just streamed on Watch Channel, but I missed most of it.
We can talk. The Cesar is our new favorite person this franchise has ever given us.
I mean, Cesar stresses me the F out in a way that I'm just like, sir, how can we help you?
Okay, so this is his everyday life. Everyday life, one diamond earring, stud in the ear. Okay, everyday life, Bowflex. Everyday life, bicycle riding. He does his meditation. He starts his life. He dated an Asian girl in high school. She taught him the art of nails, and that has now been his passion and livelihood. How many of us think that he's a foot fetish person?
I mean,
just like, anytime I have a man touch my toes, I'm like, ooh, we're choosing this in such a way that makes me feel like this is making you happy,
He's like, what's better than making a woman look pretty, which is great, but he is so alpha beta male. Like, what's after beta? Alpha beta,
gamma,
gamma.
delta, epsilon,
Gamma.
theta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, nu, psi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, chi, psi, omega. That's all.
He's like a gamma male, He's like a delta male. Like, he's just like an omega male. Like, he's just like,
yeah.
I mean, and then he's crying on TV because what does he think the outcome is going to be, Chris? I keep saying it, and I keep wanting somebody to tell me what this fairyland looks like, where he brings this hot woman to the U.S. and she lives with him in that house,
woman, in that apartment.
Is that apartment?
Oh yeah,
I thought it was a house.
No, I mean that's fine. I live in an apartment too.
I love your feet, but can you
just showered? Haven't left my house since I showered.
I know, but just could you imagine just staring at the bottom of my feet? Like if the bottom of my foot was right here.
She's right. She's right.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. So, by the way, do you ever read Brave New World in about?
Sounds like Pocahontas too.
What? Oh, I see what you're saying. No,
it's not Pocahontas 2, A Brave New World.
No, that's so crazy. It's like the same kind of. It was mildly like Gattaca, but like that movie, but like differently. It's A Brave New World was a book. It's a book, and they have it's a futuristic dystopian future, as we know, and it's like they micro engineer human life in such a way that they like tell you who's going to be like the alpha people. The beta people.
Oh, I thought that was that movie Gattaca. Not Gattaca. It's the movie with
Jude Law?
No, shit, not Jude Law. Ethan Hawke and whatever, where he's like, it's okay. We can move on. Oh, Jasmine. Thank you.
A male technician with relationship problems? I know, can you imagine?
Oh, it's Pocahontas 2, Journey to a New World. See, it was close.
Okay, here. This is a completely different book again about re-engineering society.
Oh, it's a book.
Yeah. So anyway, the whole point is like, he's like he is a gamma male, and there are gamma males in that book. He is just like he's very simple. He feels like maybe he, like is a little bit like, I don't want to say like on the spectrum, it's like that, but like maybe just like a little socially not as like gifted as and is like maybe a little awkward.
Not aware of how things really happen in real life. Just completely delusional.
Yeah.
MESB says, in what world is a man sending money to someone he can barely take care of himself? He can barely take care of himself, and he keeps sending her money
to take trips, and she keeps getting the money, then coming up with crazy excuses. I mean, and even like his boss / like whatever the owner's best friend is just like, that's the dumbest for 5 years. And he's given her $40,000 and it's like $800 a month. And how much does he possibly make? And how can he save that? And like,
we did $800 a month in Ukrainian money, and that was 20,000 of whatever Ukrainian money is. But here's the thing: if 20,000 of Ukrainian money equals 800 US, but like a Happy Meal or like a McDonald's meal in the Ukraine costs 95 of their money, which comes out to roughly about $3 and something cents US. So not only is that she's able to run with that money, and then we looked up to see how much apartments were, and then apartments were like
half of that. So
they were like 10,000 a month. So he's paying her entire rent, plus she has 10K of the UK money. I mean,
for incidentals, utilities,
because she needs to buy clothes. She needs to buy things for herself.
He's not wrong, but it's like you think that you're doing enough with that, and that's going to be enough and great when she gets here. And it's like there is no way
you can afford to do that for her here,
because she's just getting 800 from you or whatever, and she's getting 4,000 from many different men in Ukraine. And there's no way she's going to get all that money from you, just you in America. So like, it doesn't make financial sense for her to move. And you won't ever know that, Like, that's above
It doesn't make any sense for her to move. She's making a fucking killing where she's living. That's probably why she doesn't want him to come to the Ukraine, to see how amazing her apartment is and how fancy as fuck she's living.
Her Beauplexes.
Yeah.
I love Beauplex. I don't know, I've never owned one, but like.
And she lied about the Ukraine, about Russia bombing them. Russia bombed them or attacked them in 2014. And then the last time they did something to them was one of their ships in the Black Sea.
Yes.
In 2018.
Yes.
December. So that's not enough for all the planes to get fucking grounded.
Martial law, honey.
Martial law?
She's just being manipulative, and she's just like trying to use his just like simple, like just ignorance, just whatever, like against him to be like, you don't even know what you're talking about. Just a dumb American, selfish American, just sitting in your apartment, your nice apartment, while I'm just like under like all this fire, like, and he's just like, I'm just gonna make it better someday, and she's, or I'm just gonna try and like help you. I'm just gonna think of something. I'll try and make it better. And she's like, how?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
How are you gonna help me? He's like, I'll do whatever I can, baby. We'll get you out of there. And I'm like, she didn't even ask to leave. She's saying she doesn't want to leave, that she can't leave. And that when she gets out, she's like, but how am I gonna get back? And I'm like, didn't you just say Russia attacked you? Yeah. Russia attacked the Ukraine and you're worried about how you're gonna get back in? I thought you were trying to get out. No, and makes him feel so bad that he starts to cry at the end of it. He says, don't worry, we'll get you out of there. And I'm just like, oh, the nail tech from Jacksonville, Florida is going to somehow get his girlfriend out of the Ukraine during a Russian attack.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you knew Barack Obama.
Well, his high school girlfriend was a nail tech, but you didn't know his grade school girlfriend. His grade school girlfriend is now what her name Sotomayor, and she's now a judge. So he's going to talk to what her name Sotomayor, and get her to talk to the Secretary of State. He makes impressions, and women make impressions on him when they date him. Yeah. You know, he's all or nothing. He really is just like, he's like a male Darcy a little bit. And the fact that he's like, I just want to be loved and have love and live in a love land of dreams and princesses.
And fairy tales.
And it's just like, wants to like talk on the phone and just be like, I love all these Americans. All they want to do is just sit on a phone with someone in a different accent and talk about how much that person loves them.
Yeah.
And then like, that's all it takes.
Yeah. I love you, baby. And the same thing Michael used to do to Angela. Angela, baby, I love you. It's just like, Michael.
Oh my gosh, she yells at him so much. Like, what is the preview? Like,
you don't have to tote it. I just want your egg. You don't have to. I'll tote it. That's what she says.
Wait, what?
I'll tote it. I just want your eggs. When she's talking to her daughter, Scotty, about getting one of Scotty's eggs so that she can have a baby with Michael, she says,
they let Scotty on the season?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Wait. I like missed that completely.
Oh, you missed that preview?
They are even like I thought
unless it's not Scotty, unless it's one of her other daughters.
Does she have other daughters?
I thought she had two daughters, and we just only saw Scotty.
That's so crazy because
if it is Scotty, she lost weight, but it looks like her.
She's like in jail and shit. I came for the mukbang. Oh my god, it's Hawaii!
Hi, Sawai!
Yay, you guys, Sawai! That's what
we were eating hummus and
tabbouleh and hers jicama. And I got rainbow carrots.
Chris made tacos. You know, I didn't make tacos. Sawai I buy food and suggest.
That's why makes it. You know, you just go like this. I have this ingredient. It's like chopped. It's like Sawai just to open the refrigerator, and then Wa has put ingredients she might enjoy later in the week, and Sawai is just like, I guess I have to like figure out what this is gonna be. Make dinner. Okay, she got some parsley, honey. She got some ground beef. All right.
So listen, the two people in my house that cook are my dad and my sister. My sister is Sawai. Okay, two people. So I buy food. I just buy meat and buy veggies, hoping that somebody will cook them so that I can eat them. And then I have to like remind them gently. I'm like, oh, Dad, there's ground beef in there. And he's like, yeah, you need to blah, 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 blah. And he starts yelling at me. I was like, you can use it to make whatever. And then the next day he's like, oh, I made chili. I used the beef. I'm like, okay, great. So I'll buy the chicken, you cook it. Or I come down every morning and I look in the kitchen. So why isn't there doing whatever she's doing? And I stand in the kitchen and I'm just looking left to right. And she looks
gives you a plate.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you making?
Yeah.
What are you cooking breakfast? And then the days that she cooks cream of wheat for Don, so the saddest mornings.
Why? Because you don't like cream of wheat, or she won't make any for you?
No, I don't want it. I want to eat a breakfast. Like cream of wheat is like it's the instant one.
Oh, I like oats. I do like oatmeal now. I never was into it before. Oh, I should have gotten like some sort of dried fruit. I could have made like fun oatmeal.
I don't like oatmeal either.
Oh, oatmeal's good. Especially it's chunky. I like it chunky, not runny, chunky, cinnamony, sweet, yummy oatmeal.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what are we talking about? Well, there's chicken and beef for those who cook. Well, there's chicken and beef for those who cook. And big guys. Yeah, she's just like, and if you are interested in a little curry, I got some curry powder too.
I love
Chan masala,
There is some coconut milk in there as well. And I found this recipe that you can follow.
Yeah.
Anyways, so back to 90 Day Fiance. So why you should watch 90 Day Fiance the other way. You should watch it. It's on the DVR right now.
I love you guys so much. Someone says, hi, girls. Colleen. Jasmine goes, I actually want to hear about the 19-year-old white Muslim chick.
Oh, yeah, Avery. Yeah. Guys.
My God.
Oh, my God. No, Before the 90 Days just started yesterday. So episode 1 is on the DVR. Mm-hmm. It's season 3, episode 1. It's so good. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Avery. Avery is 19 years old. She has been a Muslim for 6 months. And she is planning on moving to Syria to live with the love of her life that she met, what?
On a Muslim dating app.
On a Muslim dating app, what, a month ago?
It's Inshallah Cupid.
Like
Thank you.
Inshallah Cupid. Inshallah Cupid.
Yeah.
Say it.
Inshallah Cupid. I love it.
Like, oh my God.
I gotta stop eating.
I'll close everything up. Okay. An entire 6 months. You're right. A whole 6 months, Kaylin. That's how long she's been Muslim. And she has met the love of her life on Inshallah Cupid and is now going to go to Lebanon to meet him because she can't go to Syria exactly to meet him because Syria is going through a middle of a civil war.
He cannot come here because he's not allowed.
He can't come here because of the travel ban. Mm-hmm. So her and her mom are going to go to Lebanon and meet him. And he has never had a girlfriend. He's never touched a girl. And, they're going to see if they have the right chemistry. And, they send each other emojis. So, it's real.
Yeah, and he, I heard his voice and I was so taken aback because I've heard so many Syrian accents and voices over the years, and his accent was so particular. It was just I had to hear him talk more. I just was this doesn't sound Syrian. It sounds like Eastern European. I had that thought. She used to be it's it's quite a different two people we're introduced to because when they show her historical pictures of her life. The old pictures of her.
Which were just a year ago because the girl's 19. So those were when she was 16, 17, 18.
Puberty hit this girl in a different way. She's changed a lot. I'm not saying she gained a little weight, which is fine, but she just I think that it just threw her for a tailspin. I think this girl had a little mini mental breakdown. And I think that there's other things we're not knowing about. I want to know what transpired in her life that made her leave cheerleading and gymnastics. I wonder if there was eating disorders are involved, or I wonder if there was some trauma or abuse involved.
Oh, I didn't even think about that at all.
Because it seems such a just I need a different life. I need to be a different person. And, she seems to be seeking identity and and I know we often equate hypersexuality with trauma. I actually haven't done any research. I wonder if conversely there's people that are I know I want to cover everything, but then she really loves the makeup,
Yeah.
She obviously still cares about, I mean, I do too, but full
I
face.
feel she is doing that kind of full face modeled after women in hijabs. It's easy to go onto Instagram and find a bunch of, modest modeling and hijabs. And so she started just wearing her makeup like that. Because those cheerleading pictures, I don't know how old they are, but her makeup wasn't the way
different.
It is. Yeah.
Looks like a different person in every way.
Yeah. Hey, Renee. Renee says that she's driving now and she can't watch. Thank you so much for still listening to us, Renee.
Oh,
be safe.
Renee.
Yeah, so it's just, it's insane. It's insane. And it's, we were talking about the Islamophobia that her family has on my channel.
Friends.
And her her friend's family and her family. Like they are making valid points about Avery's decision to make these changes, but they're interlacing it with Islamophobia, like saying like they didn't know she was going to go join ISIS or if he was going to bring her into ISIS, like, and the fact that she that it was just happened so quick, like in 6 months all of a sudden she's changed everything about herself.
I would be scared too if I was like I would be like ignorant to not knowing this. My like daughter suddenly, and I don't know who this person is, suddenly super goddamn completely different of a different faith, and
she's like their culture is that the friend's dad is like their culture is different, and I'm like because they are Syrian, but like they were like basically different value system, and I was like
way they treat women, and it's like
the
patriarchal society
exists here. There are certain sects of Christianity that are, make women behave a certain way and look a certain way and dress a certain way. Like Islam is certainly not the only culture that says that a woman must cover her head. Like it's crazy that there's like all this, it's so different. I'm like, we know it's different, but it's not like the core values are like barbaric or something. Like it's the same. It's just like,
it makes you think like literally every like house has a plaque that goes like, we beat our women.
Yeah.
We sell our women for horses. We care about bombs. I don't even know. Like it's like, no, in fact, like, Arabic societies, first and foremost, Arabs are God-fearing. Whatever Arabs are, they are religious. Like whatever, like so, as you might know, I'm Syrian Lebanese. I was raised Christian, specifically Catholic, but I'm, like in the Catholic Christian Lebanese community, it's very small. So it's like Antiochian Orthodox people you also like hung out with because it's very tiny. So, but like my family just very Catholic,
very religious.
Like there's icons at my house. Well, I guess there are some icons in my house because it's like part of my culture.
But the fact, it's just like, it doesn't matter that you're Christian or you're Muslim or you're whatever the other subcultures or other religions that are in the Middle East. Like it's still very devout of whatever it is and the strict version of whatever it is. But
and family orientated and like other things are like you love, like the values are like family orientated and like like we just love like cooking and food and like parties and celebrations. We like Arabs are obviously love to entertain and be hospitable and love to like have you sit down and have you drink and eat until you can't even move, and then just give you like a shirt, and have you spend the night, and just land, have you actually move in. Like
Renee says, I think it's one thing to convert to Islam, but I think it's something else for a 19-year-old girl to travel to a foreign country and experience a civil war. And that's exactly what she and I were talking about. Like, it's one thing for her to decide to be Muslim or to convert to Islam.
Yeah, she could do that here.
She could do that here. There are better places in the world.
Go to Dearborn, Michigan.
Yeah, there are Muslim people everywhere in this country, and she says that he didn't. She says that he put that he was from the U.S. initially, but I'm like, then you should have been like, bye, and started talking to some American Muslims. Like,
does that spark any like suspect from you about like whether he in fact was trying to find a woman that lived in a different country so he could get out of Syria?
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is though, like, it could be something as simple as like he's from the U.S. because he can speak English.
Yeah.
And so he's doesn't want somebody to be like, oh, I don't want to talk to a guy in Syria. He probably doesn't speak in English. Yeah. I also think that he must be like privileged as something because for him to have such access to like modern technology to be in a country that's in the middle of a civil war, there are people in Syria who are not doing as well.
You know what? But I do know. I think that Arabs also just like weirdly would be like in like like I can see we all have iPhones. Arabs are like notoriously like namey, and I have iPhones, and so there is Wi-Fi and stuff, so he could just be doing almost from a iPhone.
That's true.
But yeah, like I
think there's like refugees. So I was like, there are people who are in Syria who are doing bad, but he's obviously not in that. Yeah.
Wants to get out.
Yeah.
Like I wonder what happened. I want to know what's happening with her. Like, her family throwing her shade. Like her mom and her look just alike. I feel like they butt heads all the time. Like, I don't know. Like, just are we gonna see her? So we're gonna see her and her mom in Lebanon, which is so crazy. That's what's gonna happen this season. I'm so excited.
And it's gonna happen soon. I think it's gonna happen either the next episode or the episode after that.
Crazy. That's crazy.
And her mom refuses to learn any Arabic, not even like.
I think it's obvious that I'm American, so it's obvious I don't speak any other language besides American.
It's just like the rudest statement. Like,
it's obvious.
So racist and rude and like ridiculous.
Yeah. And by the way, Arabic is now on Duolingo, so you could just learn Arabic on Duolingo. Anyone, including this woman,
including the bomb.
Okay, we're gonna end. We're gonna end this.
40 minutes. We're in.
Let's before we end, we're going to talk about anything else we want to talk about. Do we make the best parts of this episode? Have we talked about the best, not the best parts, but anything you really care about?
We talked about Cesar, which is the most important. We can save Rebecca and Zied for another day because Rebecca's just a nutball with all those pictures of that man around her apartment.
And the mug and everything.
And just and the filters and the lighting. I
just don't think she has the same setup. She right now, well, I guess this is not that bad. She has the same setup we're doing. Yeah. We have a ring light right now on
just a video chat with her boyfriend.
And just like, if she could, and I think there is, by the way, a machine that you can like video chat with a filter, she would. I'm surprised like she's not like didn't buy like that. Have you seen that machine? I forgot what it's called. You can get this thing where it's a video conferencer and you can video with a filter. I think they're all like funny face filters or like dog filters, but like that is my Jetson fantasy.
I saw an episode of Black Mirror, some kind of Twilight Zone situation where a girl was talking to her parents through one of those things. It was weird.
It wasn't her. Like, what was the filter like?
She made a puppy dog who was always like. And when she would speak, it was like she had like this, like, like it was like a visor. One of those things you put over your face so that you can zap zits, like you can. It's like one of those, but it was kind of translucent.
Okay.
And it was over her face, and when she would speak, she would sound like a robot or sound like an emoji. So it'd be like mom and dad, ha 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 ha. And she had like different faces, and so her parents were like, "Can you please just take that off and talk to us like normal?" And then she like reluctantly took it off. It was so weird. I was like. You're walking around with a mask on your face. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you watch Black Mirror?
I watched a couple. The earlier seasons. This last season was a little too much for me.
Okay. I mean, people talk about it all the time.
Yeah, it's just Twilight Zone-y, and so sometimes it freaks me out. Like, because it's not a non, when you watch sci-fi, you're like, oh, that's the future and it's not real.
Yeah.
Whereas like Black Mirror is not that far in the future. It's like maybe 50 years in the future. And so things still look the same. Houses still look the same, but like technology is just a little bit elevated.
Yeah.
It's like the next phase or maybe the third or fourth phase beyond where we're at right now. Yeah. And so it's always like, is that where technology is going? Like, and they show you like this really cool thing that you can do. Like in one of them I watched this, that you were able, like you have this thing in your eye, I don't know if it's implanted on there or whatever, but you're able to remember things, right? So if you like were in school and you were listening to your teacher, it records your entire day. Oh, and then if you needed to come back and remember something,
like, what happened?
Yeah, you could do that and it would take you back. So, but in this episode, it was like a woman did it. She was at a party, she was giving a party and she was like hosting or whatever. And she ran back the party because she missed it because she was so busy hosting. And so she would just like zoom in on conversations and things. And she realized that her husband might be cheating on her with one of her friends. And it's just like, and then he said, no, it's not true. It's not true. And she's like, let me see your tape then. So you could see other people's tape. And so he like let her see it. It's like shit like that. Oh, so like she asked him to like download the memory of that night so that she could watch it from his eyes. Yeah. And I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, what? And it just, so and it's one of those things where people become addicted with it. So they become addicted with like replaying things. Like this man was sitting in a park and I guess this girl ran by him. And so he kept replaying like her ass shaking and her tits bouncing as like she ran by him. Like, it's like stuff like that. And it's just like, what if we had the ability to do that? Like, what is the worst that could happen?
Okay, like, why did you not like the last season of Black Mirror?
I watched, there was one where it was two friends who had like kind of lost connection because one got married and started having kids and the other one didn't. And there was this new video game console out. So in the beginning part, it showed them like smoking weed and playing like Street Fighter. Mm-hmm. And then in the future, in their whatever, the technology jumped crazy because now video games aren't where they are now, but it's to a point where it's like virtual reality.
Yeah.
So you hook the thing up to your head and you go into this world, and it's like the
Chun-Li.
movie Looper. Yeah, where you like become the Sim, you become the thing, and you're like actually fighting, and you're in the world, and you're in like Chun-Li's body, and he's in Ryu's body, and he's like fighting Chun-Li or whatever. And like he starts to like have sex. They start to go in there, and they're like,
"This is my dream."
This is like
Ryu and Chun-Li having sex was always my dream.
But they're like best friends, and like it's like, what does it mean?
Oh yeah, 2 dudes, right?
Yeah, it's like, what does it mean? Like, and I just was like, it gives me anxiety. Not that I think anything's wrong with that, but like he's married, he has a family, and all I could think about was like, what if his wife goes on one day, or what if his child goes in one day, and the friend doesn't know that it isn't him, and like fucks his kid or fucks like wife, and like what, like, you know, it's just like to me it just like my brain exploded, and I was just like, oh no, I don't want this. It's giving me too much anxiety. It's not fun. It's stressing me out.
I want to watch an episode now. So
yeah. So and all the episodes are different, and they all have a little lesson to teach. I mean, yeah.
I want to talk about Darcy and Stacey before we leave.
Okay.
We didn't talk about it all. I feel like, yeah, I'm very happy that we've traded a Jessie for a Stacey. I like Stacey. I mean, Darcy always is like what was interesting, and Jessie was like a nightmare the whole time, and just like so, you know, egotistical. I wonder what Jessie's doing right now. I wonder if Jessie's trying to like find an American woman to like get on the show. Like he must be so upset that she's on. You know, that makes me really, really happy.
Yeah, it makes me really happy. Mm-hmm.
He's just like, oh, that Darcy drinking all the time with the wine, and now he's just with his sister. You know.
Yeah, delusional Darcy.
Yeah,
I will never be a stepfather.
Who throws her shoes?
He threw her Louboutins at me.
Yeah.
She threw her shoes at me. Like, you fucking idiot. She threw her shoes at you and you're going to cry about it?
Yeah.
They almost hit me in my eye.
Yeah. She's like, I'm so excited for both of them. And they're just like so little, like they're not like, they're kind of like not meatballs in the sense of like Snooki and, you know, like Dina from like Jersey Shore. They're obviously like very skinny girls, but they're like little, like short, little, like small little like Italian Spitfires, you know, like I get to see that. I feel like Stacey is like kind of like on Darcy and like whipping her to shape. Like, you know, Stacey that's like, Darcy, use a fresh pair of eyelashes.
Yeah. And you know, have you noticed that those girls look nothing like their mothers? Like Darcy's kids look nothing like her and Stacey, and neither does Stacey's child.
Well, but they don't look like themselves when they were kids.
Yeah.
You know?
They just have gotten so much surgery done that they like look different. I think that the oldest one looks the most probably like them, but based on the memory of the picture I remember seeing of them in the like early 2000s, it's like, how did those girls ever settle down? They just seem like such party girls and like waiting to find someone to like marry, and then they married. I feel like Darcy probably her first husband she met at a club.
Oh yeah,
and then like it didn't work, and she's like shocked that it didn't work.
Isn't it crazy? They both got divorced on the same day.
Yeah, that's crazy. They both were like, we're getting out of this and living together. It's fine. Yeah. And I'm like, it is fine. Like, I'm happy for them. But I just feel like they both are like, we want love and we want this and we want that. And like, they fight like cats and dogs. Remember they had the police called on them because they were fighting one night?
Yes, of course. And like I get they go at each other drunk, like on wine.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what it's like to live with them. I feel definitely bad for their kids. And I've always felt bad for those girls.
I don't know that I feel bad. I feel like if it's like culture, I don't know, like not to say that having like a mother who's alcoholic and fights with her sister, but like listen, I've had alcoholics fight with their sisters in my family too, and I'm just like
yeah,
oh my god, like, you know, I mean, granted it's not my mother, but I mean my dad has gotten into drunken fights and I've been like, was I like, you know, like I'm always like looking out, like, oh my God, Chris, this happened last night. They got drunk. They're all in their 60s.
Yeah,
you know, I love to tell you stories of my drunk aunts and uncles.
I'd love to hear them.
Yeah, so to me, I'm just kind of like, you know, it happens.
Yeah,
it's kind of fun, you know, and hopefully it isn't traumatic for them.
Well, honey, here's the thing. You know, we all deserve therapy at some point, and I will consider this new season my therapy for being bored, because this season is great.
Yeah.
We also ate a little bit here, then we got a little full. We'll probably eat more later. That's how it is, you know, when we hang out. It's just like time doesn't exist, and nor does a food schedule. We love you all so much. Thank you so much for Blue just got here. God damn it, Blue. We've been here for 50 minutes.
And you're just getting here.
She's just popping in. Okay. Who loves Was Champion California shirt? Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, Blue. Yeah. When I walked in, you looked so cute today. I was like, oh, now I have to look cute. And then I didn't.
And you look fine.
I put on makeup for you guys. I bought that Charlotte Tilbury Magic Eye Cream. Like, not eye cream, but like eye shimmer. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like it might be like wearing off. Are you wearing your makeup? You're wearing eyeliner.
No, I'm wearing eyeliner and brows.
Yeah.
And mascara.
That's all she needs, which is annoying.
You could try the same thing. You didn't try. You sat there and like did all of the things.
I know I did. You guys love Was hair color. I love it. Little Diff, little Summer. We both got our summer blondes. And then we're gonna go hang out and like find fun things to watch on TV. And
I'm trying to get her into Outlander.
Oh, well, that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna watch that. Okay. Here's the thing. We love you so much.
We do.
If you want more of Wa, and why wouldn't you? You can of course follow her on Instagram and Twitter at
Just Call Me Wa.
And if you want to follow her on YouTube, you can just subscribe to her YouTube channel, which is weirdly also called
Just Call Me Wa.
And if you love me, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Chris L. Farah. And the L is for
Lebanon.
Yeah, exactly. Where they're going to go. We talk about Lebanon. Yeah, which is like usually what I first say, but then I don't think about it because.
Usually say Lebanese.
Okay, so I'm going to do an edited recap of this first episode and the remaining episodes of this brand new season because I love this cast so much. Thank you for hanging out with us and just talking and watching us eat weird things and just like chomp on carrots like horses.
And I'm going to be doing The Other Way at some point. So it comes on tonight. Don't know when I'm going to watch it. Probably tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get it out by Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah. We love you so much. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for like hanging out with me and always like keeping on, even though I didn't, do a recap for a minute. Bachelor in Paradise is starting right now, Lucy. Okay, we love you so much. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe and make art. And hang out with your friends and enjoy your summer.
That's what Chris always does.
Yeah, we do right now. No, I'm not.